Thank you for selecting this video about Pleasant View's drop-off zone and pickup zone procedures. As you can see, we have a picture here of the west parking lot, and as like many days we are full of cars. We'll start with the drop-off procedures in the morning. As you can see down here, I have a stick figure, and that represents one of our aides that monitors the drop-off zone each morning to supervise students as they're either walking from neighborhoods or the bike racks or getting out of the cars and walking into the school. As a reminder, we begin supervising our students at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you drop off a few minutes before 8 o'clock, students wait in the lobby, and then at 8 o'clock our teachers supervise the cafeteria until it's time to go inside. So again, we begin supervision inside the building at 8 o'clock in the cafeteria. So many mornings we'll get a long line of cars just like this in this picture, and there's been a mindset sometimes, especially on very cold mornings, that the only place that you can drop off kids is right here where, say, this red and turquoise car are sitting. Everyone needs to remember that this entire sidewalk is considered the drop-off zone. So if you are this green car right here and all the cars come to a stop, all these cars should be having kids exit on the passenger side and walking directly onto the sidewalk, and then the kids can walk along the sidewalk and go inside. Once this is done, the cars can then move on and begin leaving, and another group of cars can come in and fill their spots. Again, the sidewalk is the place to drop off kids, not just in the area here by the steps and the patio. And again, I will have an aide here each morning to supervise the kids that are walking along this area, and she may even be doing some waving of cars down and things like that, and that's completely what she should be doing. Now, we have some families that choose to pull into spots like this, and they want to drop off their kids. That's fine, but what needs to happen is that parents need to get out of the car with their child and then walk them either to the patio or all the way inside. But we do not want kids to be crossing this parking lot on their own, because this becomes very busy and I would not want anybody to get hurt. One final thing to remember, and I said it earlier, is that kids should be getting out of the car on the passenger side or the sidewalk side. You can imagine this black car pulling out and then coming along all of these other cars. If your child gets out of the car on the driver's side, they immediately become at risk, and we don't want any accidents or anyone getting hurt during our drop-off time. Now let's move to the afternoon procedures for student pickup. And again, I will have some supervision out here each afternoon, and I have 3 teachers assigned each day to the pickup zone. Now each afternoon when kids are dismissed to come to the pickup zone, many times this area is already filled with cars. Now when students start coming out, they are not allowed to pass the teacher that is on duty at the very end of the hand railing, and that's what this yellow line represents, is the black hand railing along the sidewalk. The reason why we have these students not passing this person is because when we first started these procedures, we had kids that were walking all the way down the sidewalk, all the way to the far ends of the property and getting in cars, and then cars were turning around and they were at risk of causing an accident. So students are allowed to enter cars once they have pulled into this section of the parking lot. So if this is your car and your child is here, this teacher will be saying, if you can see your car, let me know. If it is stopped, then you can go get in your car. If the car has not yet entered this section of the pickup zone, children or the child will have to wait in this area until the car reaches this area. And again, this is all for student safety and the safety of everybody in all of the vehicles, buses and cars alike. Now, when kids come out, it's important, just like I said with drop-off, that students enter the cars on the passenger side. Again, this example of a car pulling out and coming along these cars, we would not want students entering cars on the driver's side because they could be hit by a car passing. So again, please configure your car in a way that allows your child or children to enter the car on the passenger side or the sidewalk side. So any of these cars right here will be able to accept their children, and once the children are in the car, then the car can pull out and be on its way. And many times we start getting some open spots here, and it's important for the cars that are still waiting to move forward so other cars that are waiting further in line can enter the area to be able to pick up their kids. Again, once your car is in this area, our teachers know that the kids should be getting in the cars, and then the cars should be moving forward as the cars then again move out. Sometimes we also have some parents want to pick up their kids, say in these spots, and I've even had some parents wave their kids from the sidewalk over to their car. That just can't happen for the very same reasons I mentioned in the drop-off procedures. We do not want any kids to be hit by cars that are leaving or entering. So if a child is walking in this area, they are at risk. The only way that we will allow this is if you are on the sidewalk or on the patio and you are escorting your child to your car. Otherwise, all children need to be picked up in this area. If you ever have any questions about student drop-off or student pickup, feel free to email me, Stephen Cotton, or you can call the office and ask to speak with me. I'd be happy to take any suggestions to make these procedures for drop-off and pickup more efficient and, more importantly, safer for our kids and also for everybody who is coming in and out of this area. Thank you.